Hey everyone, it's Rewind the Image, and welcome to part 2 of Aliens and UFOs. I hope you guys enjoyed the first one. I noticed there was a negative. I don't know if that was because I've taken too long to get to part 2, or if it's because somebody just didn't like the topic. But the way I'm going to present gameplays in Modern Warfare 3, when the game comes out, what you can expect from me is some tips and tricks, things that I learn, and things that'll help you get better at the game. So I wouldn't worry about me telling stories or getting too deep with the commentaries right off the bat in Modern Warfare 3. This is just to kind of, I guess, get to know each other. And so in Modern Warfare 3, again, when that comes out, just expect normal commentaries from me. But anyways, I wanted to kind of elaborate on the thoughts of if there were aliens and if they actually visited us. One of the comments on the last video was that if there are any aliens, then they'll just be microorganisms, and where that can possibly be true, we're here. So would it be out of the realm of possibilities that there could be another race or civilization, or beings, I guess is what it would be, more civilized or higher in technology and or I guess awareness or brain function, smarter, if you will? I think it would be pretty naive and arrogant for us to think that we're the only ones out there, and that could be good and it can be bad. If it's a different life form, obviously we're not going to be able to understand everything that's going through their head if I'm just to assume that they're biological. Another thing that Michio Kaku talked about was the first encounter we'll have with another being or civilization is probably going to be something that they had built, like a machine or a robot, little tiny surveying machines that will just go and explore the universe and send back information. Because if you think about it, it would be a gigantic waste of time just traveling around looking for something that might not be there. And if they're that advanced, maybe they've found a way to have robots or machines reproduce themselves and do their own thing without there even needing to be any intervention of biological creatures. So one of my thoughts on if aliens did want to visit us, there's a lot of thoughts actually, but my first initial thought is they wouldn't be harmful. They wouldn't be a threat to us. And the reason why I think that is because just think of a group of people that I'm going to kind of build on this, so stick with this real quick. If there's a group of people that don't have enough food or water or shelter on a very primitive, basic level, they might fight for what they need. They might get angry with each other when they're not getting enough of something, or they might fight for the water for their family, so on and so forth, and between the villages. But if you introduced an abundance and efficiency, then they begin to get along with each other because there's no reason to fight over that resource. And so you can kind of see through studies that we've done on our own civilization is that the more that we have access to, the happier and nice we are to each other. So there's going to be petty things here and there. There's going to be still emotions, frustration, jealousy, those sort of things. But when you take out a lot of the necessities, resources, energy, those sort of things, and take out economy, and that's a whole nother subject, then you can breed an environment of positivity. And so let's take that on a larger scale. Assume that these beings have all the technology, resources, and abundance of energy at their disposal. They don't need to come to Earth for anything. The only reason why they would stop here is if they wanted to see what we're all about, if they were curious, if we were interesting to them. And that's my main thought. So another example based on Michio Kaku was we were kind of like an anthill in the minds of this other culture, these other beings, and I'm having a hard time trying to find a word for what they could be, but you get the point. And maybe it's one of those things where they don't even want to stop by because we won't even be able to comprehend where they're at all. It would be just a complete waste of their time, as if we were walking by an anthill. We're not going to explain to those ants what we view as our reality or what we have learned and accomplished, because you really can't teach an ant that. And maybe we're like that to another civilization. As for UFO sightings, I would have to believe that most of all of the UFO sightings are misinterpreted aircraft that we know about, and or military projects that have not been released to the public because it's in secret. So that it's new technology they don't want other countries to see or know about. So maybe some of them are aliens. I don't really know. Some of the things that I've seen in videos are kind of questionable, but you don't really know who to trust. You can't really say that one video is authentic because of Photoshop and those sort of things that are out there over another. But I do know there's a huge subculture of people that believe in extraterrestrial life, and who's to say that they're wrong? We haven't proven either way. It's kind of like religion. You can't really prove at this point if there is or isn't a God, which again, that's another whole subject that I probably won't even touch on. I have some thoughts about where we need to go before we hit Type 1 civilization, as Michio Kaku would say. And in the next video, I'm going to kind of paint a picture of what it would be like in a better world, in a place that's gotten to that point. So I'm not going to promise you that it'll be up anytime soon, but you can probably expect it around the same time that this one got released in relation to part 1, so about a week. Thanks for sticking by and listening to the conversation. Like I say, always write comments. I read them all, and I'd like to talk to you guys about all this, so give me your input. Thanks for watching.
Mission accomplished. Evac on the way.